father-in-law of this magnificent man. And on behalf of myself and the mother of the bride, my old and dear friend Cindy, the parents of the groom and my new friends, Sue and Bruce, I want to welcome everyone and thank you for coming, especially those that traveled so far. I know it's hard, but it means a lot. I meant to memorize my speech, but I made so many revisions, the last one this afternoon, and I don't have the mental horsepower that I used to have, and I think the heat has gotten to me. I'm going to have to read it.
It's a jungle in here.
But it's really just all checking to see if you brushed your teeth before you came here. So he's got a lot of there we go.
I also want to thank those of you who worked so hard to make this celebration a beautiful event that it is. You know who you are. Thank you all.
Thank you.
I would like to take a moment to remember those loved ones who have departed this world and would be so happy and proud for Elizabeth and Dan. A loving uncle, adoring grandparents, and others. I know they're here in spirit and smile upon this day and this marriage with love and joy. So please, raise your glasses to departed loved ones. I'm nervous.
That's okay.
I was never a good public speaker. I got bad grades in speech. Someone once told me that we can't know how much our parents love us until we have children of our own. It was something I had never thought about. But when Elizabeth was born, I felt this love for the first time. A love that plumbed so deep that I wondered how my life had any real meaning before she graced our lives. That was her eternal gift to me. Elizabeth was a fun-loving, high-spirited, and beautiful child. She had an incisive intellect and observant personality from an early age. I'll give you an example. When she was about 7, when she was about 7 years old, she said, "Dad, what I don't understand is that I know the baby comes from the mom, but sometimes it looks like the dad." I don't remember my response, but I'm sure I sidestepped. Here's another story, and this is more of a adolescent faux pas than anything else. And that is, she was about 11, I think. And I had had an emergency appendectomy, and she was visiting friends.
Keep going.
I had this emergency appendectomy, and she was with some friends, well, her friend and her friend's parents having dinner. And her friend's dad said, "So how's your dad?" And Elizabeth said, "Well, good, he's finally out of the hospital." And they didn't know about it, so they said, "Oh, wow, what happened?" She said, "He had an emergency vasectomy." I don't even remember anything. Her teen years were a bit stormy, but she got that from me. When I was that age, Claire was nodding over here. When I was her age, or when I was that age, I ran off and joined a carnival, and during which time I ended up spending a week in the county jail. By contrast, and to her credit, Elizabeth has never done jail time. And she was only brought home in a police cruiser once. She matured into an adventurous, lovely, and intelligent young woman. This is about the time Dan and Elizabeth spotted each other on a college campus in Michigan. And at that moment, the world tilted on its axis. That's scary. A life-changing Shakespearean moment. Romeo said after first spotting Juliet, "Did my heart love till now? I swear I never saw true beauty till this night." I've known Dan for 10 years now, and he is without a doubt one of the finest men I've ever known. And he is everything a husband should be: loving, supportive, smart, understanding. In my book, he was part of the family from day one. And when he asked me for Elizabeth's hand in marriage, I almost cried. I was so happy. You could tell. They bring out the best in each other, and together they form a beautifully symphonic union that has already stood the test of time. So, Romeo and Juliet, Antony and Cleopatra, Lucy and Ricky, and tonight, Elizabeth and Dan. Let's toast to them. Elizabeth and Dan, a long, happy, healthy, and loving life together.
I've got more than 15 minutes for you. Well, Dan's funny, he's got jokes. I've got better jokes. So I am Audrey, Elizabeth's maid of honor. More importantly, I'm her favorite sister. Her only sister, but her favorite still, so it doesn't really matter. So first, I want to take a moment to thank our parents, Cindy, Mark, and Sue and Bruce, for all that you've done throughout all of our lives, and throughout the relationship and all that you continue to do. So, just a couple cheers, if you could just raise your hands. Cheers. And we'll say this way. And just as importantly, I want to thank everybody else here today. Some of you traveled from so far, and even just from close. It just really shows how much you two are loved. And I told myself I wasn't going to cry. No, just kidding. I told myself how much I was going to cry. So here I am doing that. So we're all here today to congratulate and celebrate the unity of Elizabeth, Dan, and their 11 years of an amazing partnership. Words can explain not only how much they're loved by all of us, but most importantly, how beautiful your love is. Their commitment, partnership, and appreciation for each other is truly inspirational. Stacey's gonna take a breath. Okay, so I've been told that when we were little, Elizabeth liked that she was able to escape from me by going upstairs. And, well, before I was able to. and that she was pretty disappointed when I was able to do so myself. So this was no longer her safe haven away from me. And yeah. So now this is nothing compared to our relationship today. At least I don't think so. So I find sanity in the absence of my presence, or probably so. But no, today she's right by my side through everything. And you better know that I'm right there by your side through everything too. She's someone who I go to when I'm sad, when I'm mad, or maybe more importantly, when I need to discuss the most recent happenings I don't recall. Which you're like way behind, so
Sorry.
work on it. But no, real talk. The way she thinks about others, takes care of others. These are just a couple of attributes that I not only admire, but that I strive for. She's always there. She's who I call, who I can confide in, and who I will always listen without judgment. She's my sister. Sweet voice, no. She's my role model. She's my best friend. She's someone who I can rely on, someone who I trust, and someone who I love very, very, very deeply. Now, ever since I met Dan, things are going to change here. No. I'm just what a genuine, caring guy that you are, that you were, you still are. I immediately felt comfortable and safe, knowing without a doubt that you would take care of my sister. And that's special. While different in various ways, as we all are, it's your similarities that really matter. Your passion, not only for each other, but for life and others. Your loving nature and your goodwill. You complement each other. You make each other better. You make each other stronger. And together it's a team. And that's beautiful. I'm blessed to have you two in my life. Let alone to be able to call you my brother and my sister. I ask myself, how the hell did I get so lucky? So, I ask all of you to please raise your glasses. This is the last time for me. One last time. To Lisbeth, to Dan, to their inspirational relationship, to their love, and to an eternity together. No, let's party.
I'm Dan. Somebody know me. Stuck around for my speech. Thank you. So first off, I too would like to thank everybody that really made this evening so fantastic. Mark, Cindy, you raised one of my absolute favorite people. Sue, Bruce, you did your best. I've been Dan and Elizabeth's third real friend for quite a few years now. Very, very, very proud to be up here to be his best man. Obviously, he chose me to be his best man. I thought finally marrying Elizabeth meant he's starting to make some good decisions. On behalf of the wedding party, I would really like to thank you guys for letting us be a part of your awesome, fantastic day. I know you guys put a huge amount of effort into this, especially with that planning and everything. She did a great job. I can only hope that, with the exception of the speech, everything will have exceeded expectations. So, I'm very new to this, and even though I love all of you, those of you who haven't met, I'm sure I love you too. I'm terrified of all of you right now, so please bear with me. So yeah, when Dan asked me about a year ago if I would be his best man, like there was any other option, he had some stipulations and guidelines. I'd have to be in charge of, obviously, the bachelor party, I'd have a speech to give, keep Lizbeth happy today, and then he asked an extra special little favor. Go easy on me on the best man speech, he said, and I promise I'll make sure you're my best man next time too. Obviously, I want this to be a one and done, so I'm not throwing any punches. Sorry. I did read somewhere as well that the best man speech shouldn't take any longer than it takes the groom to make love. So on that note, and not to ruin tradition, everyone please raise your hand. I'm kidding. For real, this is like 4 pages long, bear with me. Elizabeth must be a very happy lady. Before I get truly started with the customary character assassination of the groom, can we please all agree that Elizabeth looks absolutely stunning today? Never better. You look so good. Dan, you've done extremely well. You found someone who is strong, intelligent, beautiful, clever, funny, caring, just one of the best people I've ever known. And Elizabeth, you got it. Am I being too mean? Sorry, we're straight to this. Alright, now on to the origin story of how I met this man right here. We all actually gave some stories last night at TP, late night, and told some really awesome stories, funny stories, touching stories. For me, it was the perfect meeting. I met one of my best friends, my brother, this man right here, Dan, freshman year. He came up to me, I played hard to get. I was actually in a really horrible mood. I was having a temper tantrum on the picnic table in between our dorm rooms. And Dan was in his dorm looking out his window watching me, like a creeper. He came down to see what was up. I explained to him that I had just finished having a very not fun conversation with the Grand Valley State Police Department. And they were trying to teach me a lesson. Obviously, Dan and I immediately went and did the exact things they told us not to. Instant friendship. Since then, we've had a whole lot of fun. We've gotten in a little bit of trouble. We've nearly killed each other. We went through a lot of phases. The college phase was started the whole thing for all of us, or most of us here. A lot of good that did us. Thank you for shopping at Whole Foods Market. So, do you remember sophomore year? Yeah. Tell me. That was the 151 California Lemonade phase, which happened to be the start of a very long-term party phase. Let's see, we worked at a zoo for a little while, or at least I did. Dan was just on display. Thought he'd like that one, actually.
That was good.
I appreciate it. Let's see, there was the move to the beach phase, we had a dreadlock phase, we're in sort of a racing phase now, which hopefully will last longer. Yeah. Dan seems to always have some sort of amazing new thing that he's super into at just about any given moment. And I am basically the worst case of FOMO that you'll ever see, so I usually end up joining in with whatever he's got going on. Showing him up though, of course. But now we've both grown up a little bit. We're starting to be responsible and get into that whole responsible phase, better late than never. Dan's been all like, damn, we bought a house, we're getting married, we're gonna have kids eventually. And basically I'm like, hey, did you see Game of Thrones? So I can say this newest phase, he has totally got the beat so far. You're doing very well. And seriously, after 12 years, he has finally convinced Elizabeth to marry him. And I have to say, Elizabeth, you shouldn't have made it so easy. You should have teased him, really. Anyway, That's it. For real, Dan has this aura about him. He draws people, it just draws people in. He's one of the guys I would call an ultimate guy. Some guys are good guys, you know, I think I'm kind of a good guy, but Dan is an ultimate guy. In fact, I'm pretty sure he's the only one. He's fun, charismatic man, he's handsome, he's got charm. I can't really read the rest of his writing, but it was on like that for quite a while.
Charismatic.
Hey, that was the word I think I was trying to get out. Anyway, I think we can all agree that Dan is actually a really pretty confident guy. Obviously, not the pants wearer in the couple. You know, he looks good in the skirt. He's confident though, and he's the only person I know that can literally drive a car with his eyes shut for like 30 minutes down the highway on the way to Michigan, snoring while Elizabeth was passed out in the bed of the truck. They do everything together, guys.
To a music festival. That was the plan.
He's an awesome drummer. He's a very accomplished chef. His first restaurant, at least that I was aware of, was incredibly prestigious. He cooked for the Burger King. Taught him everything he knows. He's a mediocre racer. He's a lousy shot. Has no aim. He can quote way too much Lord of the Rings. Precious. He secretly believes he's the last Jedi. He's more like Jar Jar Binks. The comic relief that everyone wishes to go away. A giant nerd is what I'm getting at, and I think you all are kind of picking up on that. I could go on for hours, and really I don't want to speak for everyone else when I try to sum up Dan's character. So I thought I would go around and chat with a few people and get a few little words to describe Dan. So I'm going to go rapid fire, guys. Just keep up with me. Gorgeous man, crazy, great friend. Handsome, but sweaty.
Amazing.
Such a good guy.
Great hug. Best Alfredo sauce.
This.
Talented.
He said that. Perfect for Elizabeth. Cleans up real nice. But when I heard belligerent, lazy, stubborn, obstinate, I thought, man, that's cutting kind of deep, guys, especially on his wedding day. But, you know, if his parents don't know him. Oh, come on, bro. It's okay, if you don't hear me in the back, the silence up front should really tell you you're not missing anything. So after hearing all that, believe me when I tell you that the first time I met Elizabeth, I thought to myself, way out of his league. But he was completely taken from the onset, and even from those first days of their relationship, it was absolutely clear that he would do absolutely anything to Elizabeth. Little did I know that I had just been introduced to what would become one of my absolute best friends. She didn't know it either at the time. I'm sure I was a ridiculous mess. I was a sophomore in college and I didn't really care that much. There are a few lucky exceptions in the room tonight, but I'm sure that most people sort of have to warm up to you, kind of earn the trust, you know, and I feel like I've done that over time. It's been my very distinct pleasure to put in that time, and I fully intend to keep working on it in the future. I love you, Elizabeth. You're awesome. I'm so incredibly glad that they took you over the night. Let's see, now I can't even remember.
Thank you.
You can search the world over and never find a better one. Why didn't I say anything embarrassing really about Elizabeth? Well, truthfully, she is severely split up before, and I don't want to tempt it again. You do it. Before I get booed for taking too long here, I've got a couple pieces of advice, and then I'm going to get all sappy on them. So,
Oh my God.
Dan.
You're going on 10 minutes, bro.
Man, you're making it take longer.
Let him go.
Dan.
Can we just let him go? Can we skip to the zombie part?
I'm
Let
just
him
a
go.
few lines away.
Boom.
Dan, she is always right. She already know that. She'll remind you, don't worry. Elizabeth, a husband is like a tile floor. Lay it right and walk all over for years.
Oh my god.
Dan, the best way to remember your anniversary is to forget it once. Elizabeth, remember he says, I know what I'm doing. That literally translates to how that could be. And there's one for the both of you. Whenever there's a murder, they come looking for the spouse first. So be careful. All jokes aside, I've honestly spent months on this, and you probably think I could have spent a few more. But that said, I'm here to support the two coolest people I know, and absolutely no one else could be possibly any more proud or any more honored to be up here to represent my friend Dan. On this and his most important day of his life, and more proud to be here with Lisbeth on her day. You guys mean the absolute world to me. You're more than friends, you're my family. I feel like if I read this, everyone's going to cry. So, that said, I'm going to skip to the very last toast. Everyone, please raise your glasses to love, to laughter, to growth, and happily ever after.
Yeah!
Change and old-fashioned enough to last forever. I love you guys.